What's going on, everyone? Keegs and Ben here, and we are finishing up with our rankings of the most fun bosses in all of Hollow Knight Silksong. If you didn't see our previous two videos, I recommend you go and check those out because we have some interesting things to say, but if you don't want to do that, then you are welcome to just look at the screen and see where we have already ranked all of the Act 1 and Act 2 bosses. Alright, who's next?
We are on Act 3.
Act 3, here we go. At the final bosses here. Who's first?
Yeah, Shrine Guardian Seth.
That's first on the list, really? Oh my god.
Yeah, technically it's not.
I thought Bell Eater would be first.
Yeah, I guess because the Bell Eater is technically optional. The list that I pulled up
doesn't feel very optional though. I don't know.
No,
this would be
it's optional in the sense that you don't have to, and you just don't ever use.
If you didn't get your Bell Beast back.
It's like optional technically.
Yeah.
TM. Like it's not really like. It's,
yeah.
So let's do Bell Beast first then.
Okay. For Bell Eater.
I enjoyed this fight. It was surprising. It was cool.
This fight was hard. I thought. I struggled on this fight a few times. In fact, it was good, but I think I'm putting it under Widow in B tier, just because it was to me the second phase was like really annoying because they could cover the screen a lot of times in their attacks, and it was sometimes there was like a few places to go, and I felt like because there was no walls on either side and you couldn't like bounce on the other side and got hit by the sides, it made it just kind of more annoying to me than anything.
I would put the Bell Beast at, is that even what it's called?
Bell Eater.
Bell Eater.
Yeah.
I'd put it at the top of, okay, I'd put it at B under Last Judge and yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Pretty fun, but has frustrating elements.
Yeah.
I think like
I thought it was
presentation of the fight.
This was the first boss I fought in Act 3, and I thought it was like kind of a good introduction to Act 3, being like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was the first boss I fought too. I think it's going to be the first boss most people fight. Most people are not going to avoid fast travel.
For sure.
Okay, now Shrine Guardian Seth.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I don't have a lot to say about Seth. Sound was good. There's a story behind this character. I don't know if you know what it is, and it's tragic, but...
Yeah, it makes me feel bad for him. I'm about to...
Where are you putting him?
I'm putting an E above...
What? An E?
Girl. I hated this fight. I felt like this fight was the peak of, like, you had to just wait for them to do a move, dash and do a hit, wait for them to do a move, dash and do... Like, I didn't feel like... It felt like it was trying to be a dance fight, but it wasn't, because he was very, like, reactive to reactions, so you had to be very, like... cautious.
Yeah, he did react to you a lot. If you like reacted to something, he could change his moves like mid-air, I think.
Yeah,
and he could hit you like that, and he could kind of like teleport around you, which could lead to some frustration. So
yeah, I think maybe if this fight was in a smaller, concentrated space, I would actually like it more. But the fact that like
it was so long and you could just keep running like the whole corridor.
Yeah, this fight took me a while. Like,
it took me a while. I thought it was
longer
really
than the
hard.
boss that he's guarding.
Yeah, same. I thought he was good though. Like I had to learn his moves. I thought his final phase. Does he have 2 phases or 3 phases? I can't remember.
He has 2, I think. I guess it depends on how you define the phases.
Yeah,
I think the very end of
his fight I thought was too much. Like I was like, all right, I'm just throwing out some tools for the very last fight of his. But I thought the first phase was really good. I got pretty good at the first phase. The second phase, like, I struggled with for quite a bit. And then, like, the end of the second phase, I thought got a little bit harder for some reason. But I thought it was a good fight. And I feel like it made you use, like, all of your tools. So
yeah, this is definitely a tool fight.
Yeah.
And I think if I fight it again, I could see this going up. Just as my first experience with it, I did not have a good time.
So funny to me.
It just didn't click with me.
I
don't know.
Yeah. All right, is his boss next? Nyleth?
Yeah. This is pretty fun. This is kind of like felt like a Metroid boss, and not a Silksong boss. If anyone has ever played Metroid, like it's very odd. And I did enjoy it, but it's weird.
I enjoyed it for the most part, except the second phase was like cool, but I don't know. Something about the second phase didn't click with me, like, amazingly. It's still a B tier. Did I enjoy it less than Seth? I think I did. I think it was just, like, fine for me. I think I would have liked it a lot more if the little projectiles that it shot didn't also explode, because, like, there were so many times that I was on the wall and it was really annoying because like the projectiles could be like pretty close together. So, like it would create an area if you were in between them that you couldn't escape.
If you could like bat them away and they weren't those like gooey ones that like just didn't care that you hit them.
No, I think I'm talking about the gooey ones. They explode, right? When you hit.
Yeah, but like you can't bat them away. They don't like bounce off your blade. They just
yeah. I think if you could hit them, it would have been a way better fight, in my opinion.
Yeah. Could be misremembering it.
It was also really hard to like gain Silk in the fight just because of where the boss like was. It was always across from you and generally on thorns, so like it was hard to get over to the other side, especially in the second phase when like the ground was gone. So I just thought it was like very difficult to get to the boss. I ended up using the pale nails, which fucked her up, but
this boss would have been more fun if you had like a projectile that you didn't like need to expend resources on.
Yeah.
Like I said, this feels like a fight meant for a character that can shoot from across the room.
Yeah, and you can with certain abilities, but like for most of them, like you need to gain Silk, or like some tools can do it too. But like, it felt like I was supposed to be using a lot of my Silk skills, but there was no way to gather Silk because it was really hard to hit the boss.
Felt a little gimmicky in that way.
Yeah, where are you putting it though?
I put it in E under Sister Spinner. Above more.
Yeah, I think that's a fair place to put it for sure. All right, who's next?
Actually, I put it above Bell Beast. I think I had more fun on this fight than Bell Beast.
Bell Eater.
Or Bell Eater. Yeah. So,
I think, again, I mean that's pretty much where I put it. Pretty similar location. I agree. All right, who's next?
Crust King Khann.
Okay, are we including the lead up to this fight? Because after you beat that, then you get a shortcut.
I would say only the last
gauntlet
before him.
Okay.
Because you get a shortcut after those.
Opinion of this boss quite high, because with those other gauntlets, F tier. Fuck this guy. But it was so annoying. Like I don't know why. Just like they were so long. Especially that third gauntlet took forever. But if we're saying like after you beat that third gauntlet, then you open the shortcut, which I think is the right call here. I thought he like was fine. Like to me, he's like a high C still. I didn't think he was super fun.
C. High C.
High C for you. Yeah, top of C here.
Top of C. Yeah. Yeah, like he's pretty simple, but like he was fun.
It was fun.
Easier.
Yeah, he was. I think the easiest of the old souls or old hearts or whatever that you needed to gather. I thought he was the easiest one as a boss, even with the beginning stage of like a few ads. I didn't really have any problems. He was pretty easy to hit, like in his actual fight. He left so much room in most of those situations, I thought.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. It felt intuitive. It was fun. It was almost dance-like, but I feel like you just needed a few more moves to be like really good. But
yeah. All right.
I enjoyed it. Skarrsinger Karmelita.
This is the fight that took me the longest in the game. Like
I think it is for me too.
By a pretty good margin, I feel like. It took me forever. She has such a narrow window. This is the only boss I really had to change my entire play style around. Because this boss, I tried everything. Everybody talked about tools, like I did them, and it just, to me, it wasn't enough. And I didn't end up using the Engineer Crest because I don't like the downward slash well enough, the pogo.
The Architect's Crest.
I just don't think it's like, to me, it's annoying. So like I tried using it for a while, but I was just getting bodied. And the fact that there was like a ton of ads that you had, I mean, it wasn't a ton, it was like 3 waves of ads, which is still kind of annoying every time you had to fight this boss, especially for how hard it was. The biggest problem I had with this one was that her jump would, like, I swear to God, track you in the air, and it would just like go to wherever you were.
If you try to like dodge her by just hovering in the air and like bouncing up the wall, she would like adjust to that.
Yeah,
so it was dynamic in that way.
It definitely felt that way to me. I ended up doing I think I did the crest. I can't even remember which one it was now, but it's the one where you swing super fast, I think. So I ended up just parrying her. That's like literally how I beat this game. I just like would try to out hit her, because like her attacks would hit so fast that if I just kind of hit the attack button pretty quickly in succession, I could negate like probably 2/3 of her damage, which is how I ended up beating her. I would still
I wonder if that's what they wanted you to do. That's pretty funny.
I don't know, but like you could negate a lot of it because just keep attacking at her and like get the thing that like gives you silk, especially silk when like you get hit, and like there's like a couple other things that you could have built to do that, which is what I did, and it allowed me to keep my silk high so I could heal pretty frequently and negate a lot of her damage, because that was essentially the only way I ended up beating this thing, because I couldn't figure out another way to do it. I tried tools, especially like in her final phase. I like threw out like tax and things, but other than that, I was like, I'm just gonna beat her to death. So it felt like I was brute forcing her by the end. But this fight took me so long.
Yeah, this fight took me, I think this did not take me as long as Growl. I really struggled with the Growl for some reason. But I really like this fight, actually. For me, like, if this didn't have the little mini gauntlet, which I got like really good at, and it's not that hard.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it'd probably be an S tier, but I think it's, I'm gonna put it at bottom of S tier, actually. I really like this fight. It was definitely really hard though.
Yeah, to me it was the hardest fight in the game. I really struggled with it. I'm putting this at bottom A. No, I'm putting it above. Do I? Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'm keeping it there. I think that bottom A is where I put it, just because like I felt like it didn't give you very few opportunities to land damage, and it was so punishing for the times that the few opportunities, so it made me change my entire playstyle to figure out a way to beat this boss, because I don't think I could have done it any other way, that I had fought any other boss, which I don't know if that's a bad thing, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, this boss wanted you to dash in and out and make heavy use of your dash down.
Yeah.
And that's what I think this fight is what caused me to get good at using that. But I definitely see where you're coming from. It's definitely really hard. Like I said, might be the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah.
Let's do. Do you have anything else to say about this one?
No. Let's go on the next one.
Let's do Lost Lace last.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just the last fight in the game.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about a lot of these. Crawfather.
Crawfather, I'm putting at C, above, probably right here. Because like his gauntlet was like super annoying. And like I didn't think he was terrible. I think he would have been a much more fun fight if you didn't have to fight the gauntlet going into him. But with the gauntlet, it just felt a little tedious after a couple attempts.
Yeah, I put him in C under Crust King Khann also. However, the vibes are 10 out of 10.
Vibes are 10 out of 10. The court of Craw was pretty fun. I thought cinematically I really liked it. I loved how like you got the Craw summons like from a bench when you woke up one time. I thought that was super clever and fun.
That was really cool. I think that's actually how you should have gotten to Act 3 after you completed what you needed to. You should have woke up with something.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Anyway, but I did really enjoy that aspect of it. As experience, I think it's fun. I didn't actually struggle. I think I beat the first try.
Oh dang! It took me a few tries, but it did like it wasn't.
I did it at the end.
I wasn't like enraged ever at this boss, so
this might have been like the second or third to last fight that I did in the game. I did this after I did this Karmelita, so like
I did this.
I had like fully upgraded nail and everything.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
Palestag. That's the one.
Yeah, to me this is a D fight, bottom D for me. Like I was like, eh. I didn't like it.
I think it was very hard.
Moves were lame, and like it just teleported away from me at every point, and it was so annoying. So
yeah, I almost don't even like this again. Feels like a mini boss.
Yeah,
I feel like a boss.
Where are you putting
it? D, just under Savage Beastfly.
Yeah, definitely D.
I think I'm actually gonna put. Can you move the fire guy to under the stag? Actually.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? Actually, I don't like that guy.
Yeah. At least the stag is easy.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Clover Dancers, also in Lost Verdania.
Clover Dancers. I liked this not as much as I liked the Cogwork Dancers. I thought it was cool that it like added a little extra elements to essentially what was the same fight, but to me, I had no problems with this fight. I didn't struggle at all, and I thought it was cinematically pretty decent. But I feel like it felt like we were fighting a nerfed version of the Green Prince. I feel like if we had his partner there, obviously, like, it made sense cinematically why we didn't, but, like, I feel like they could have, like, really amped this up. But to me, this was, like, a top B-tier fight for me.
Yeah, I'd put it at top of B also. Under Last Judge.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think that's...
All right, who's next?
Gurr the Outcast.
I did not like this guy. To me, under Father of the Flame, he was so like the tools that he used were the most annoying things ever to me. I just really, they would stay forever, or like sometimes they would pop out. Like I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out how to get them to pop without like hitting them, and then I would get hit by the boss. I don't know. I just found it really annoying. Yeah, mainly his tools just bothered me. I didn't think they were fun.
That's fair. I would put him at the bottom of the. I had a good time fighting him. I think I don't know. The movement was clicking for me.
Yeah, his run back was super.
And how you get to it's pretty cool. Like
that was. I agree. That was okay. I'll give you. He'll go 1 up just because like how you found him and then how he trapped you was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. But I don't have that much to say about it. It's pretty straightforward, but I guess it can be irritating. Lost Gourmand. It's I think it's Blasted Steps Act 3.
F just because I hated fighting Gourmand.
Yeah, like I didn't want to fight him. It was really sad. I hate this fight.
To me, he's like bottom B. I didn't think it was like super hard, and it was super sad, and it had emotion. I don't have a lot to say about it other than the fact that I just didn't want to fight him.
I put this at the bottom of C.
Yeah.
I felt like the way that the moves came out was like really aggravating. Once I figured out how to dodge and stuff, it clicked, but I felt like it was a little unintuitive.
Yeah. No, I get that. I think I figured out like decently quickly in this fight how the moves worked, so I could do it decently. But other than that, I just don't have a lot to say. I thought it was good and sad.
Yeah, very sad. Apparently, you can save him if you do some stuff at the start of Act 3 very quickly.
Yeah, that's crazy because like I fought him like very soon into Act 3. I was like, what the heck? Like I would have had to like immediately.
It's like within like 30 minutes or something. You have to do one of the quests. And it's like, yeah, that's not happening.
Nah, that makes sense. It probably took me 30 minutes just to get out of the freaking Citadel.
Right. Okay. Voltvrym. Voltvrym.
This is E, top E for me because it's super lame. Like no fun at all. I thought this was a super boring fight, and there was nothing like interesting about it.
This felt like it could have been like just a hazard in the area
for sure.
Destroyed at the end of it and removed the hazard.
Yes, I agree. It didn't need to be a boss by any means.
Yeah, I'll put this at the bottom of D. Like, I didn't like hate it, but it wasn't interesting. Anyway.
All right, who we got?
Tormented Trobbio rematch.
I actually liked this fight. I thought it was fun. It was like extra crazy from the first fight. Honestly, like to me, this is like he's right next to normal Trobbio. He's like, I think I liked the spectacle of the first one a little bit more, but this one they did amp it up, and it definitely felt harder. But I enjoyed it. I liked the spectacle. I liked his stupid mannerisms the whole time. It just like to me, it was enjoyable to fight him, even though I was dying a lot, and sometimes dying to things that I'm like, there's no way that I could have dodged things like that. It felt like there was like a lot of unavoidable things in there. But other than that, I just enjoyed it. What do you think though?
I agree. I put it in the same spot. I do think like the added spectacle, like it's cool, but also made it harder to read what was happening.
Yeah, I think the explosions literally were designed to like blind your screen for a second so you couldn't see what was happening. And I kind of it annoyed me a little bit, but also I'm like, I kind of like the theatrics of it though for this particular boss. I think any other boss would piss me off.
The personality of it,
that made it more enjoyable to me because I'm just like, what a dick.
Yeah. And if you dodge the explosions, you probably weren't going to get hit.
Yeah, for sure.
That helped. I agree. Don't have a lot to add, but good fight.
Yeah, same.
Pinstress.
Pinstress to me is a top C. I was really annoyed the whole time of how difficult it was to hit her because she was floating like the whole freaking time.
She moves like the birds too.
Yeah.
So like she like flopped up and down.
I know. To me, it was just annoying. Like the fight going back up to the top every time was kind of annoying too. I mean, it didn't take me that many tries, but even still, I'm just like, why am I doing this? Like, is she gonna give me anything worth having? But
there's a bench pretty close to her.
Maybe yeah. No, I was at the bench that was pretty close. It didn't take long. It was just like, to me, it was just annoying. It didn't
feel worth the trek.
Yeah. It just didn't feel worth it to me at the end of the day. I don't think her moves were like crazy. Her second phase, did she even have a second phase? I can't even remember.
Also, I thought we were gonna get that charge move.
Yeah, I know.
And we didn't get it, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
We just got a faster version of her thing one. I was like, oh, that's kind of lame.
I agree. A faster version of a tool that I didn't even use. I'm like, oh my god. So
I barely use the charge attack.
I feel like it should have made all of your silk skills faster. Like that would have been cool, you know?
Yeah.
Not by a lot, but like just like slightly speed them up just a little bit. I thought would have been rewarding, but
I think you should have gotten her charge attack. That attack is sweet because the Sentinel has it too.
Yeah. Where are you putting her?
Top of C also.
Top of C.
Like she wasn't awful, and she's cute. Like she's funny.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it in that like the story aspect.
Yeah.
It's kind of whatever.
All right. Who's next? We only got
Plasmafied.
I didn't fight
Zango.
this one. Did you?
This fight's ass. E bottom of E.
Damn! Wow.
Didn't take me as many tries. It's really dumb. All he does is like slither towards you occasionally, and then just constant stream of blue orbs that are difficult to dodge and stay in range. But I had a dip at the right corner of the screen where you enter the area because he doesn't lock you in the room.
Yeah.
And just like sitting there to avoid his attack, dashing in, get one.
That's so annoying.
Use my needles when they were. It wasn't fun. I don't really know what the intended way to fight this.
Oh dang, that's crazy! I didn't even fight this boss. I didn't even know that it was a boss. So
yeah, you missed nothing.
What do you get out of it?
I don't even remember. It says you get nothing, so I don't recommend doing it. It's dumb. It's not fun. It's you don't get anything for it. There's like a way you can use there's that blue stuff you can collect in the one-ways.
Yeah.
If you get that item again, you can hit him 4 or 5 times and it'll kill him. But you have to like stand there and charge it and then nail him with it. And I don't know how you're supposed to constantly firing the blue stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm but I think even being good at this fight, it's lame. I really like waste of time.
Bang.
And the only reason I did it was because I read you had to do all for the complete ending, which is not true.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that. That's fine. I'm glad I didn't because I definitely didn't fight him. All right, Watcher at the Edge.
Oh, I'm sorry. If we're using F tier, I put him in F.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Like, oh god, so bad. Watcher at the end. Did you do this one?
At the Edge, I did do this one. Did you do it?
Yeah. Wasn't too hard. It took me a couple tries. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like
to me this is like right above Crow. I think like he was fine, but nothing special. I didn't think I was attacks.
Yeah, I think C, same spot.
Yeah, I'd put Crow above him if I didn't have to do that BS intro every time.
Yes.
And now this is it, the final boss. I think the final boss is an S tier boss. I think Lost Lace is second. I think Lost Sinner or First Sinner is the best. I think Lost Lace is second best. I think it's an amazing fight. It is a culmination of everything you learned in the game. It feels like it really teaches you to like how to fight the bosses, where you kind of like wait for them to do a move and then you can figure out which attacks make the most sense and kind of do that. Find a few attacks that you know that you can always riposte and then do that. Overall, I really liked it. Cinematically, fantastic. And I thought it was just generally a great fight.
Yeah, I actually agree, and I think I struggled on this fight a lot more than you. This took me hours. I don't know why, like the learning curve fight, I just really struggled with it until it clicked that like, okay, her response changes depending on where you are, and you don't want to react right away, and you want to kind of stay within mid-range of her, so you're not outpacing her, so she doesn't just spawn on top of you.
Yeah.
And that when that first was happening, it was really irritating. We spoke about this before, but it like finally clicked that it's like, oh, this is telling me that it doesn't work. So how do I engage with these attacks without just bolting across? And there are ways to deal with the attacks by not doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and running and backing away from the fight is never the answer in this fight. This is like, it's basically saying stop running away. Don't be so scared. Yeah. Like stay in the fight, because that is how you're gonna win. Where are you putting it? Same spot? Lower?
Yeah, under First Center. Exact same spot.
Yeah.
Really good fight. But the learning curve was steep enough to me that it was a frustrating experience initially, but once it clicked, it was really fun.
Yeah, and this definitely felt
really
like a dance,
weird,
so I appreciated that.
Because I don't think a lot of the other intended ways to fight bosses truly clicked for me until I fought her, and then I'm like, oh, this is probably how I'm supposed to deal with these.
Yeah, with every boss out there. And you're like, great, glad I learned that on the very last thing I fought.
Yeah, and that's where I do think this succeed in teaching you
Yeah.
what it wants you to do.
Yep.
Because you can get by without doing any of that by just being insanely good or just ramming your head against the wall.
I agree.
And I wish it did a better job of teaching what it wanted from you, because it wasn't the same thing as...
It wasn't the same thing as what? As Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight bosses.
Yeah.
Or other difficult games.
Yeah. I agree. It definitely has its own vibe, and like, if you're trying to fight this just like you would Hollow Knight bosses, I think you're going to struggle a lot more. So,
in that way, it like doesn't succeed, but overall, like, I had a really good time with most of these fights. I mean, even the fights I see, it's not like I didn't have fun fighting them.
Yeah,
just like,
I think the ones that I put C were like
there.
middling. Like, I didn't hate them, I didn't love them. I thought they were like decent, like filler boss fights. B and above is like, I actually enjoyed the fight, and I am happy that those like made the final cut, I think, is how I would phrase that. D and below, a D is like, E, F, get out of here. You can take those out of the game entirely, and I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, I think Gurr and Zango, like, just take them out.
At least take the run back for Gurr out. Put a bench.
Yeah,
closer.
It's really hard to judge Gurr as a fight by itself because
it was
the
so
is
frustrating.
So terrible.
I know, but
like the one from Last Judge is bad too, but it's not that.
No,
it's not as bad as that.
No, and you could get good at the one from Last Judge, whereas the one from Gurr, like, you could literally just get unlucky with like where some of those enemies would spawn, like out of the swamp.
Yep, it felt like it was RNG.
Yep,
like how hard the run back was, and that made it more.
Yep, sometimes
and
like
also,
I wouldn't have any
the...
pop out, and sometimes I'd have like 3 pop out. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, just the most annoying enemies too. They're hard to hit.
Yeah. I like didn't even
irritating.
I feel like I didn't even like fight them the first time I went through Bile Water. I was like, I just like, I'm just gonna keep.
I don't think I ever did. I just avoid them.
Yeah,
They're
I was
so
like,
annoying.
Yeah, I know they sucked. Whole area sucked.
Yeah, I had fun in parts of Bile Water. The part with the Gurr is so unpleasant that it kind of ruined the experience for me.
Yeah, same. The platform I don't think would have been bad if it wasn't followed up by like the worst like boss fight and run. But anyway, I think that's probably gonna wrap up our list. So, you have anything else that you wanted to tack on?
No, I mean, just that, really good game. Really encourage people to play it, and also learn these lessons maybe before I did.
Yeah, for sure. And now you know which bosses we think were the least enjoyable and the most enjoyable. So don't miss any of the ones that we fought in S tier that may have been optional, because those were just absolutely fantastic. Same with A tier. But other than that, I think that's going to wrap up this video. So thanks for sticking around. Let us know, what was your top most fun boss in all of Hollow Knight Silksong, and what was your least favorite? What was, in your opinion, the least fun boss to fight in Hollow Knight Silksong? This is Keeks and Ben, and we will talk to you all next time for some more content.